Hello and welcome to our weekly news magazine program, Bhutan This Week, with me, Pemasalun Sri. Our top stories. Druk Nyamrup Tsokpa officially declares Dr. Lottit Sring as the Prime Minister nominee. Labour Ministry to discontinue issuance or renewal of expatriate work permits in 5 job categories from next month. And more girls join College of Zorik Chosum in Tashiansi this year. Dr. Lottit Sring, Druk Nyamrup Tsokpa's president, has been officially declared as the prime ministerial nominee by the party. The party's executive committee made this decision, but they are yet to decide on the minister candidates. The party's general secretary said they will decide this after the prime minister nominee receives dakin from His Majesty the King as per the constitution.
A news release from DNT says, in keeping with Article 17 of the Constitution, the Prime Minister will recommend a list of ministerial candidates only after receiving dakin from His Majesty the King. This means the list of ministers will be decided only after Dr. Lottit Sring receives dakin from His Majesty the King. As per Section 1 under Article 17 of the Constitution, the Druk Gyalpo shall confer dakin to the leader or nominee of the party which wins majority of seats in the National Assembly as the Prime Minister. And Section 3 of the same article states that the Druk Gyalpo shall appoint ministers from among the members of the National Assembly on the recommendation of the Prime Minister. While DNT swept western and southern regions completely, only 4 of its candidates won from the east, Tausho Sherap Galsen from Mongar, Kingapenjo from Kangzurmenje in Hunsi, Doji Sring from Radhi Saktheng, and Ugen Doji from Timshing Kangpara in Tashigang. After winning just 1 constituency in the east during the primary round, the party president had shared concerns they would not have any ministers from the east if DNT forms the government. He expressed the importance of having ministers from all the regions. DNT had said the party will give at least 3 to 5 ministerial posts to its candidates from the east if it gets to form the government. As per the constitution, not more than 2 elected members from the same Dzongkhag can be appointed as ministers. Pup KM for BBS News.
The Druk Nyamrup Tsokpa won 30 constituencies and close to 55% of the total votes according to official results declared by the Election Commission. The voter turnouts also recorded a new high.
Druk Nyamrup Tsokpa swept all constituencies in the west and southern Bhutan. DNT's pledge to give ministerial portfolio to some candidates in the east did not yield a result, but it managed to snatch a few DPT stronghold constituencies in the east, namely Radhi Sakten, Trimshing, Mongar and Kangzurmenje. DPT's 17 constituency win is also an increase of 2 from 2013. With DNT to form the government, we will see new faces in the cabinet and in the assembly. However, from the Druk Phinsum Tsokpa, 5 candidates were re-elected for a 3rd term and 2 for their 2nd term to the parliament. The 2018 National Assembly general election also saw a record voter turnout. 71.46% turnout is a rise of over 5% from the 2013 general election. Female voters outnumber male voters, but just marginally. Of the 313,473 voters, 50.8% were women. The voter turnout for postal ballot facility was 113,920, of which 54,449 were female and 59,479 were male. The turnout of EVM was 199,553, of which 104,870 were female and 94,689 were male. At the official declaration of results, the Chief Election Commissioner reported that all 865 EVM machines used encountered no problems. Despite the ECB putting in new standard operating procedures to make every vote count, 797 postal ballots were rejected in the general election. The dust on the 2018 National Assembly election is now settled with Druk Nyamrup Thokpa as the new government. All that remains is the petition period. The election petition period starts Monday and it will go on until November 6th. Sharab Doji, BBS News.
Patients suffering from brain-related diseases will be able to get neurosurgical care within the country. The Jimmy Doji Wanchu National Referral Hospital received a set of high-end neuro-navigation system from the Friends of JDW and RH Society based in Austria. The machine is operated through a computer-assisted system.
The neuro-navigation system, worth 30 million atom, has inbuilt system to operate different parts of the body, such as ear, nose, and throat and spinal cords, among others. However, it is used mostly for the brain since it is the most sensitive part of the body. The National Referral Hospital's lone neurosurgeon, Dr. Tash Tenzil, will operate the machine, which requires the guidance of MRI and CT scan machines as well.
Most of the brain surgeries that can be performed is brain tumor. Any solid tumors in the brain can be assessed through this. If you want to put a drain or remove whatever fluid from the brain, this can also be helped. And at the same time, any procedure that you want to do, whether it's superficial or deep, if you take the help of this equipment, it will guide the surgeon, will be of great help in guiding the surgeon in going to the right and correct position.
With this system in place, patients will no longer have to travel to India for neurosurgery.
Some patients who could not go down, I used to take risk after convincing the patient, but there are some patients who could go down and who required to go down, they are referred to India for such facilities, because it's so risky to operate here, because we cannot afford to damage a brain when such services are not available.
Though there is no official record maintained with the hospital, Dr. Tash Tenzin said there is an increasing number of patients with brain-related illnesses. He added in a day, at least 2 to 3 such patients visit the hospital. This is Sonam Chodan for BBS News.
The National Museum in Paro is preparing to open its door after undergoing a major makeover since 2014. Visitors will be treated to a host of special exhibits holding both spiritual and political histories of Bhutan.
The revamped museum will have 1,600 spiritual artifacts, legacies of regents and kings, and contemporary arts on display. It records Bhutan's journey from Shabdrung spirit to the evolution of Wanchuk dynasty to a constitutional democracy.
Amongst the most important ones, we have 5 artifacts as the highlights. For instance, the 13 to 1400 years old statue of Kongsin Demo. The other one is arrowhead of Pamo Atalumo, a female spiritual general of Ling Gesargebo.
Other 3 highlights, such as the horse egg, magic dragger, and sky iron thunderbolt, will be exhibited as well. The conservation work was initiated after an earthquake in 2011 left the 7-story museum severely damaged. As part of the project, lights were installed that are designed to preserve the exhibits from UV rays, heat, and other damages.
Almost 95% of the 1,600 artifacts are displayed. We are currently working on the labels and captions, comprising the origin of the artifacts and their spiritual significance. The explanations justify the cultural history of Bhutan. For example, an artifact can tell the time and culture of that period and the way people lived. Once those works are complete, the museum will be open for visitors.
Langunpa Tenzin Drukda, the second Desi and also considered Shabdrung Ngawang Namgyal's half-brother, designed and built the 369-year-old watchtower. It was converted to a museum in 1967. For Sangi Chozum in Paro, Sharab Doji, BBS News.
Beginning next month, The Labour Ministry will not issue or renew work permits of expatriate workers in 6 job categories. This is to facilitate employment opportunities and skills development of Bhutanese workforce and reduce dependency on foreign workers. As of September this year, there are nearly 53,000 foreign workers in the country.
Those expatriate workers will be carpenters in furniture units or houses, architects, civil and electrical engineers, construction supervisors, and ECCD managers or staff. These occupations are now closed to foreigners. The decision came after Ministry found there was not much improvement in the engagement of Bhutanese in furniture house units. Even after 2 decades, the very purpose of facilitating foreign workers in furniture houses to train Bhutanese failed to serve its purpose. As per the Regulation on Recruitment and Management of Foreign Workers 2012, foreign workers are not allowed in closed occupation, which the Ministry reviews from time to time. So far, 28 job categories are listed in the closed occupation list.
We came to know that we have enough skills of this, all these job categories. And then now, this is just to give the opportunity, and the job opportunity for our youth and the skill development. Otherwise, if we keep on giving the permit to the foreign workers, then I do not know how long we have to depend on them. Say. So this is our government policy to give this opportunity to our youth and to our labor force.
In the meantime, as per Population and Housing Census 2017, the unemployment rate of Bhutan stands at 2.4%. Through initiatives such as this, it would not only help address unemployment problem, but also encourage Bhutanese to undertake skills development. Sunampem for BBS News.
Farmers of Ngalimang Penteng and Betsamang Chioks in Tashiansi are enjoying a better paddy harvest this season, thanks to their annual visitors, black-necked cranes. In an effort to increase feeding areas for the cranes, the 2 chioks received electric fencing for their paddy fields.
With a reliable solution to keep wild animals at bay, this time many farmers also made use of their fallow paddy fields. Earlier, they would lose part of their harvest to wild animals. To continue reaping the benefits, farmers have formed groups to carry out maintenance of the 24-kilometer electric fencing.
With the electric fencing, the paddy harvest is 100% this time. We will manage it properly. In the past, we used to collect 2,000 rays every season, but in recent years, it decreased to 500 to 600 rays despite guarding the crop.
Earlier, there were not many wild animals in the nearby forest, but as it grew thicker, the population of wild animals increased as well. Each household had to send a person to guard the crops. But now with the electric fencing, all such problems have been addressed.
The Royal Society for Protection of Nature funded the installation of the facility while the locals contributed labor. Meanwhile, with more feeding areas, the Bumdiling Wildlife Sanctuary is expecting an increase in the number of cranes this time. Last year, the office recorded 102 black-necked cranes. Although this is a slight increase as compared to 2016, officials said the average number of cranes visiting the area has been decreasing over the years.
The feeding areas for black-necked cranes have been decreasing over the years. Some of it has eroded while the rest is near the forest. And when wild animals attack the paddy fields, people are discouraged to continue cultivating the crop. Now, with the electric fencing, it will help farmers harvest more paddy and at the same time increase the feeding areas for the cranes.
The Bumdiling Wildlife Sanctuary also helped farmers reclaim over 5 acres of paddy fields near the roosting area of black-necked cranes. It was damaged by the deposit washed down by Kolangchu. For Pema Sawang Intasiangsi, Sonam Lamo for BBS News.
Villages across the country facing water shortage is not a new issue. To find a solution to it, people have resorted to various alternatives. In Tashithang village of Dagana, some of its residents have migrated to nearby villages where the problem is less severe.
Upper Tashithang is located near the highway, but the prime location means less for some villages when access to basic facility such as drinking water is limited.
Whenever I come here, I have to fetch water from the river, which takes about an hour. I have dug the foundation to construct a house, but without water, I could not continue. Now I have moved to Kojigyok.
The village was provided with water under the Rural Water Supply Scheme in 2010. However, in absence of a permanent source, drinking water supply is scarce, especially in winter.
In summer, we somehow manage to get water from the nearby streams. But in winter, the shortage is severe. We are hoping the government could help us connect to another source.
Although we manage in summer, we face water shortage for about 5 months in a year. I have to fetch water from a source downhill, which takes about an hour on foot. There is a source, but it's far away. We would be grateful if the government could provide us with the necessary support.
We have to fetch drinking water. We can't even grow vegetables. There is no water for the toilet, so it is difficult when we have guests. Even to conduct rituals, we have to search for water. We have to go to the nearby streams.
There is no enough water for our cattle or to grow vegetables. We have to store water in containers. We have to manage from such stored water or fetch it from another source, which takes about an hour.
Tashithang Chokpa said they have identified a new source which is 14 kilometers away from the village.
Although the government has constructed water taps, there is no water at the source. Some people have already moved to other villages, while others are managing with whatever available. We also do not have irrigation water, so people are growing cardamom. We have already written to the Gyok administration regarding the matter.
Gesalingap Pemawang Mutamang said the Gyok administration has proposed for a budget to draw water from another source. They have planned the activity for the second year of the current plan. There are 21 households in Upper Tashithang. Its people mainly grow maize and cardamom for sustenance. For Iris Tamang in Dagana, this is Pasang Doji for BBS News.
Myths and prejudice discourage women from learning traditional arts and crafts, but the situation is likely to change. Now, many women across the country take the concept of gender equality as a tool to break the age-old trend. Like in College of Zurich Chusum in Trashiansi, 11 girls joined 6-year painting course this year. This is the highest female admission after the painting course started over 2 decades ago.
These girls, mostly class 10 and a few class 12 graduates, learn painting along with male trainees. With limited job opportunities in the country, they saw a better and secure job prospects if they acquire skills of 13 traditional arts and crafts. Moreover, they consider painting as a right profession for them since it does not require much physical strength.
Taking painting as a profession will have better opportunities in my life. If we learn with patience, it will not only benefit us, but we can also help our parents with our earnings.
In the past, there were not many girls and people thought girls cannot take painting as a profession. Only thing we need is interest. I joined here as I was interested in painting from a young age, and I'm learning a lot after joining the painting course.
The college management says, due to duration of course, not many girls took interest in painting in the past. But from 2015 onwards, the college has been receiving increased applicants for various courses.
Girls easily get discouraged since the course duration for painting is very long, but now they know the importance of Zorichusum and how it helps them to make a living. So with the changed mindset, it must be picking up gradually.
As per the college past records, since the establishment of the college in 1997, only around 6 girls have completed 6-year painting course so far.
Most of the female trainees in the past could not continue their trainings after first and second year. But the present batch has 11 girls and we are hopeful to complete our entire course term. We talk about gender equality. When boys can, why can't we?
I am able to learn easily because art was my interest during my school days. I'm sure I can earn a living by painting.
The college offers about 9 different courses for about 200 students today. And this paradigm shift might bring in more girls to the college. For Pema Sawang Intasyangsi, Pup KM for BBS News.
Usually, monks perform mask dances in every Sechu, but the scene was different at Phuntsling Sechu recently. The masked dancers were all students, adding color to the already festive event.
Young dancers are busy preparing for the next performance. These are all students of schools under Phuntsling Thomde. Over 100 students, mostly aged between 14 and 16, are taking the responsibility to perform Janangacham, Dramisingacham, Gurutsenge and Pacham among others. And they are happy that their 5 months of practice finally paid off.
I am very happy to have participated in mask dance. My teachers as well as parents are equally happy. My parents came here today especially to watch me dance. In the beginning, mask dancing was tiring, but as we practiced, it was fun.
I once took part in Pacham in Nganglam. This year, students are dancing during the Chechu, and I am happy to be the champe. We just have one teacher for 6 participating schools. So the teacher teaches me the dance first, and in his absence, I teach my friends. Mask dancing is fun, and we feel like dancing in more events.
Until last year, Thomde hired masked dancers. This year, students helped solve the problem.
We could present a great show today. It was all because of tireless effort from the students and the teachers. We also tried our best to support them. Schools under Thomde have promised to continue their participation during the Tsechu. Similarly, monks here will equally contribute. The contributions help us a lot in conducting the Tsechu smoothly. We no more have to rely on others during Tsechu here.
Thousands of people attended a day-long Sechu at Peldin Tashicholi Sulaka in Phuntsling. For Sonam Penjor in Chuka, Sonam Pem for BBS News.
Well, that's all for this week. Thank you for watching.